If you're here, that means you are thinking about moving to the desert and you've narrowed it down to Palm Springs or Palm Desert, which is a smart decision. You've already ahead of most people who just pick whichever one they Googled first. But here's the truth. These two cities are only about 15 miles apart, but they are not the same place at all. And picking the wrong one for your lifestyle, that's a mistake that's going to cost you either money, happiness, or both. My name is Daniela Parker. By the way, I'm your relocation specialist and realtor here in the Coachella Valley. And in this video, I'm going to break it down by price point, lifestyle, commute, and demographics. And at the end, I'm going to give you a straight answer on which one is right for you. I'm going to give you a real recommendation. So let's get into it. First, let's get you oriented because a lot of people confuse these cities or think they are basically the same thing with a different name, and they are not. Palm Springs is the one you've heard of, famous for mid-century modern architecture, the Coachella Music Festival down the road in Indio, celebrity history, and a real downtown that actually has things to walk to. It sits at the northwest end of the Coachella Valley, right up against the San Jacinto Mountains, when Palm Desert is about 15 miles to the southeast. It's larger in population, around 54,000 people, and it's more of a suburban city. It has the El Paseo, which is our Rodeo Drive shopping district, tons of golf courses, and a very, very different energy. Less tourist-driven, more residential. Both cities are in Riverside County, both get the same desert heat, 3-digit, and both sit within the greater Palm Springs metro area. But day-to-day life, completely different. So let's talk about something very important, money, because this is usually where the decision starts, right? Palm Springs, the median home sale price in Palm Springs is right around the $630,000 as of 2025. That gets you into a mid-century modern single family homes and also a smaller ranch style properties the city is known for. Condos and townhomes often come in closer to the low 400s. And if you're looking at the premium neighborhoods, we're talking about Vista Las Palmas, Movie Colony, or the Movie Colony East, you're climbing well past the 900,000 to the 1 million plus. And the cost of living overall sits about 20 to 25% above the national average. And here's the kicker. Most people don't think about the sales tax in Palm Springs is around 9.25%. That tourist economy has a price, and you pay it on every restaurant meal and shopping run. So summer electric bills are also real. Think about $300 to $500 per month. When it's 115 degrees outside and the AC never turns off, that's not a scare tactic. Trust me, that's just desert math. Palm Desert, medium home price is running right around the $549,000 as mid-2025, and that's roughly $80,000 less than the Palm Springs for comparable square footage. And the sales tax is a little more palatable at 8.75%. Day-to-day costs trend lower here because you are not in the tourist bubbles. Grocery services, local restaurant, less markup. The median household income in Palm Desert is around $80,000, which tells you something about the financial profile of who lives there. Bottom line, on price, Palm Desert gives you more house for your money. If budget is a major factor in your decision, I think this really matters and you need to know about it. This is the section that most people skip, and it's the most important one because both cities are beautiful, both cities have mountain views, but the day-to-day vibe is completely different. So let's talk about lifestyle. Palm Springs lifestyle has energy. The downtown along the Palm Canyon or the 111 Drive is walkable. Restaurants, art galleries, boutique hotels, rooftop bars, events like Modernism Week, the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and the Village Fest, the weekly street fair, gives the city a cultural pulse most desert cities don't have. It's also one of the most LGBTQ welcoming cities in the country, and that's backed into its identity and its community culture. The city skews younger in its social scene, even if the average resident is older, and yes, tourism is constant, which means amazing restaurants, but also crowds, parking hassles, and weekend noise if you live near downtown. The city also has an art scene that punches way above its weight. The Palm Springs Art Museum alone is legitimately excellent. A Palm Desert lifestyle is where you get to actually live in the desert rather than vacation in it. The energy is quieter, more suburban, and more settled. The El Paseo shopping district has been called the Rodeo Drive of the desert. You've got the Civic Center Park and tons of community events. If you golf, Palm Desert has more courses than you can realistically play. Indian Wells, Bighorn, Desert Willow, world-class options right in your backyard. It's a city that's heavily oriented around comfortable, low-key, high-quality living. More families, more retirees, more people with a pool in the backyard who are perfectly happy staying in on Friday night. So who lives there? Palm Desert median age is 56 years old. That tells you something too. This is a city that's popular with retirees, snowbirds, and established families. If you're looking for a city with that established, settled-in community feel, Palm Desert totally delivers. Palm Springs is a bit younger in its social energy, even if the numbers are similar, largely because of the tourist activity and the creative community that's drawn to the mid-century modern aesthetic. Okay, let's talk about the practical stuff now. I'm talking jobs and commuting. So the Coachella Valley is not a major employment hub. Let's be honest about that. I think people don't realize, so that's why I'm talking about it. Most people here work in hospitality, healthcare, real estate like me, retail, or they work remotely. So if you're commuting to Los Angeles or San Diego for work, you should know you're looking at roughly 2 hours to get to LA on a good day. And that's a commitment. Within the valley, Palm Desert has an average commute time of around 22 minutes, but during season, I'm going to tell you need to double that. It's a car-dependent area. About 82% of residents drive to work. There is some public transit through Sunline Transit Agency, but it's not going to replace having a car. Palm Desert also sits right along Highway 111, which is the main commercial artery of the valley. It's very convenient for everyday errands and getting around, but it also gets crowded. Now, another thing that I want to bring is schools. This matters if you have kids. Palm Springs falls primarily under the Palm Springs Unified School District. It has improved in recent years. Palm Springs High has a solid graduation rate and a well-regarded arts academy. Palm Desert primarily falls under the Desert Sand Unified School District, which generally gets higher marks for academic performance and has better rated elementary and middle schools. If schools quality is a priority, Palm Desert has the edge here. And for short-term rentals, because that's another question that I get, if you are thinking about renting your home short-term on Airbnb or VRBO, both cities regulate this, but Palm Springs is a little bit stricter on, and the fees are also higher, reflecting just how popular it is with vacation renters. Palm Desert is less intense on enforcement, but either way, check city rules and your HOA before you count on rental income, because the rules are the rules. Alright, I say I'd give you a straight answer, so here it is. Choose Palm Springs if you want walkability, culture, and a real downtown you can actually use. Choose Palm Springs if you are in the creative LGBTQ or arts community and that social fabric matters to you. Or you are buying for investment and want strong short-term rental demand. Also choose Palm Springs if you are a remote worker or retiree who wants lifestyle and energy in your daily environment. And I'm telling you, the mid-century modern aesthetic speaks to you. On a deep level, Palm Springs is your town. Choose Palm Springs if you're okay paying a premium for the it factor of the city, and choose Palm Desert if you have kids and school quality matters, or if you want more house for your money. We talked about $80,000 less for comparable square footage is actually a real thing. Choose Palm Desert if you prefer a quieter suburban environment with upscale amenities, or if you golf or you want to be in that golf community. If you're retiring and want comfort, convenience, and a community that's designed around year-round living, Palm Desert is your town. If you want to feel like a local, not like you're sharing your neighborhood with tourists every weekend, my straight recommendation, let's go into it. If you are a young professional or creative, someone relocating from a city who wants desert life with an actual pulse, Palm Springs is your city. The energy, the culture, the architecture, there's nothing quite like it in the desert, even though you can get something similar in Palm Desert. But if you're moving to the Coachella Valley to actually settle for your family, if you're a retiree, people who want comfort and value a slower pace, I'll say Palm Desert is the smarter long-term choice for you. You get more for your money, better schools, and a community that's built for living, not for tourism, even though we do have tourism, right? And here's the secret most people don't tell you. Once you're here, you will have access to both. 15 miles is actually nothing in the desert. You can have dinner in Palm Springs and wake up in quieter Palm Desert neighborhood the next morning. The best of both worlds is actually available to you. Isn't that amazing? If you are seriously considering a move to the Coachella Valley, whether that's Palm Springs, Palm Desert, La Quinta, or anywhere in between, I want to talk to you. Drop your questions in the comments below, and I read every single one of them. Simply scan the QR code right here, answer a few questions, and I will reach out to you directly. And if this video helped you narrow it down, hit the like button. It helps more people find this content when they are going through the same research you just did. And subscribe if you want honest data at what it's actually like to live in different parts of the desert. No fluff, just a real picture. Just subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.